The best Android tablets. Getting the best Android tablet can be tricky, as the best pick for you could be the highest spec device or just an affordable, bigger screen sidekick to your smartphone. Fortunately, there are plenty of top-rated tablets to fit your needs. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. Samsung knows what it takes to make a good Android tablet, and it has upped the Galaxy Tab S3 with the newer model. It still boasts an HDR-ready Super AMOLED display, but it's gotten a sharper display. Inside, the new tablet is powered by a Snapdragon 835 chipset with 4GB of RAM for superior performance, and it runs Android Oreo out of the box. If you want a great tablet for multimedia, the AKG tuned quad speakers will help. And for productivity, the keyboard support, S Pen, desktop-like DeX interface should prove handy. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S3. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 still has a lot to like, especially thanks to its HDR-ready display, 4 powerful speakers, and the S Pen that's included inside the box. The keyboard folio is a worthwhile extra. If you're into watching TV shows and movies on a tablet, its HDR screen will look great, especially for HDR content from Netflix and Amazon. While the Snapdragon 820 inside isn't as strong as newer chipsets, it should be up to light productivity, especially since it's paired with 4GB of RAM and a sizable battery. The Asus ZenPad 3S10. The Asus ZenPad 3S10 might look like an iPad in design, but given its roots in Android, it's obviously a much different beast. For your money, it's a hard ask to find another Android tablet that puts classy design at the forefront like the ZenPad 3S10. Paired with its gorgeous 2K display and strong audio performance, it makes quite the impression from a multimedia perspective. Our review points out that there are a few low points in the presentation, like the average battery life. But issues aside, the amount of features and performance level you get here is worth the low asking price. The Google Pixel C. Google's first foray into crafting its very own tablets couldn't have gone much better. While it was once the best Android tablet out there, the Pixel C is still recommended for few reasons. Its design borrows from the gorgeous Chromebook Pixel, then builds upon it with versatility to allow easy switching between a standalone tablet or a laptop. Android power users will also appreciate that it runs stock OS. The Pixel C certainly isn't cheap, but the best things in mobile computing really are. Even as this pic starts to seem dated, its sharp 2560 by 1800 resolution display should continue to look great for media playback. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S2. Samsung fired straight at iPad's greatest weakness when it launched the Galaxy Tab S2, storage capacity. The older model from the popular smartphone and tablet maker offers 32GB of internal storage as the standard out of the box, with support for up to 128GB via the microSD slot. It also stands out amongst the greater tablet competition with the stellar 2048 by 1536 Super AMOLED display and Samsung's own Exynos 7 5433 octa-core chipset, which consists of a 1.9 quad-core processor working in tandem with a 1.3 GHz quad-core processor. Though the Tab S3 and S4 have since surpassed this tablet, the S2 still comes recommended, given that it's now easy to find a great Tab S2 deal. The Huawei MediaPad M3 8.0. Sharp screen, slim, light, fancy aluminium shell. Gaming performance is hit or miss. Rear camera isn't that great if tablet photography is your thing. One of the best things about the Huawei MediaPad M3 is its build quality. The slim, light aluminium frame looks and feels good in the hand. The screen and speakers are great too. These attributes alone make the MediaPad M3 a competent entertainment tablet. And despite a few instances of lousy gamer performance, the Kirin 950 does an admirable job of keeping things smooth. You can find a cheaper tablet further down on the list, but you'll be giving up on the compact, premium design of the MediaPad M3. The Lenovo Tab 4 10 Plus. The Lenovo Tab 4 10 Plus is one of the few new tablets that doesn't just scrape together minimal specs in an attempt to attract buyers who find the iPad a bit too expensive. It's only slightly less expensive than Apple's entry-level new iPad, and that has more storage too. Factor this in, and they're similarly priced. As with most Android tablets, the Lenovo Tab 4 10 Plus's design doesn't quite match an iPad's. However, if you're resolutely an Android lover, this is one of the few good mid-price options you have. Highlights include a screen that's great for comic books and movies, GPS and expandable memory. It's also half the price of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3. Although the older 8-inch Galaxy Tab S2 is still around and may be more compelling if you don't mind an 8-inch screen rather than a 10-inch one. The Amazon Fire HD8 2018. The Amazon Fire HD8 2018 replaces last year's model while changing very little. Fortunately, that means its strongest point has remained intact: price. Amazon's tablets offer incredible value. In this case, you get a portable tablet for a cheap price. And it packs a quad-core processor, 16GB or 32GB of storage, and an 8-inch display with a 1280 by 800 resolution. The cameras and speakers are nothing special, but you can plug into the 3.5mm headphone jack and enjoy media that way. This is primarily a good pick for people who want an affordable media device. The Amazon Fire HD10 2018. The Fire HD10 2018 has shifted its focus from the previous generation. It may have gotten slightly heavier and thicker, and its cameras may be a lower resolution, but is still a better tablet in a few key ways. The new model offers 32GB or 64GB of internal storage with microSD expandability for flexibility beyond that. Its battery life is also slightly improved while also doubling system memory and increasing the CPU clock speed. The star of the show is the new display, which comes at a much improved 1920 by 1200. You'll be able to enjoy your movies and TV shows in full HD now. The Amazon Fire 7 2017. Tablets don't get any cheaper than this. Well, functional ones don't anyway. The incredibly low price and sturdy design make the Amazon Fire a great choice to give a kid. In fact, Amazon's even built a pricier version specifically for children. But even for a grown audience, the Amazon Fire far exceeds expectations with a fairly bright 7-inch screen, acceptable speakers, solid battery life, and a reasonable performance, with a snappy interface and the ability to run most games. Fire OS won't suit everyone, and this isn't a tablet that impresses once you take the price out of the equation. But for what the Amazon Fire costs, it would be almost rude not to consider it.